Hey everyone, Dave Erickson. Today I want to talk about your subconscious and your conscious thinking. A great analogy that I've seen is the iceberg analogy about your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. And it looks like this. Let's say this is the ocean. And an iceberg looks like this, right? You've got about 10% that you see above water. That's the iceberg you see. But there's this huge part of the iceberg that's about 90% that's underwater, that's invisible, that you don't see, this 90%. Now this is your subconscious brain. 90% of your functioning, 90% of your brain's functioning is your subconscious, that under the water, that invisible functioning of your brain. Then there's the conscious part of your brain, which is the thinking part of you, your thoughts, your awareness. You listen to this video, you hearing my voice right now, the conscious part of your thinking is only about 10%. Now, if we look at things like weight loss or any type of a habit change, if 90% of our brain power is in charge of that habit, how can we expect that 10% to overrule and to win out? So part of the skills that I'm going to teach you is how to get this 10% to be more effective, to control this 90% and eventually get what we want to do here controlled by your subconscious so that it automatically occurs. Now, one of the most powerful things that you can do, and it's so simple, but we don't do it. One of the most powerful things you can do, and I see it over and over and over again in any format of what I've been reading and learning about, is that by simply writing it down, by writing a thought down on a piece of paper, it goes and it controls your subconscious. You're consciously becoming aware of what you're thinking, the consciousness. Oftentimes something will happen, you have a feeling, you have an emotion, you write it down, and it doesn't seem so bad. In fact, it seems silly. You can bring your consciousness into that realm, and it's going to affect that subconscious level by simply writing stuff down. And that's the benefit of keeping a journal. And I would like you, as one of your first assignments is to go and get a nice journal, nice hardbound covered journal, so you can write things down in that journal. Now, as I give you assignments, I'm going to ask you to write this down in your journal. So if you don't have a journal, you won't be able to do that. So go out and get yourself a nice hardbound journal that you can keep with you to write things in. Now, I have to admit, myself, I'm not good at keeping a journal, writing my thoughts down. It seems silly, it seems like a waste of time. In today's busy world, it's like, I don't have time to write my feelings down. Okay? Well, I don't have time to be addicted to eating habits and be overweight and have my life be what I don't want it to be. Or it's one of those things, is one of the first things you write down is, you could write down, I don't have time to write in a journal. And what you're going to find is through writing that down, you'll be like, yeah, I do, this is silly. So it takes those subconscious thoughts, those feelings that are controlling us, puts them into the conscious realm, and allows us to make those conscious decisions that work best for you. What this is all going to is simply this. What we have to get to is this. Conscious override. Using our conscious will to override those feelings of the subconscious. And by writing things down, it empowers your ability to have this power of conscious override in many ways. So, get yourself a journal and start using it to write down your thoughts and of course the assignments that I'll be giving you to help you to empower yourself through conscious override to guide your life in the way we want it to go. This is Dave Erickson Live.